Celebrating service in Nye County for 10 years, Desert View Hospital.
It's a community resource organization and it's an advocacy group, and we work on behalf of former nuclear weapons and uranium mine workers. And our sole purpose is to help these former workers understand about the valuable resources that are available to them. And we also do things to pay honor and tribute to these former workers as well.
You have a quilt behind you. Can you tell me about this?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. This is a national commemorative quilt. This is a traveling exhibition that goes to various sites all across the country. This was put together painstakingly by hand. It took over 300 hours for the person to assemble this quilt, and each square has a name that represents the name of a former worker from one of the facilities across the country. And so this is just another way that Cold War Patriots organization pays tribute to these former workers. And the interesting thing about this quilt is it is hung in very significant places, including the rotunda at the U.S. Senate and also in the Nevada Test Site Museum as well. So.
And we're lucky enough to have it right here at the Pahrump Senior Center.
We are, and actually this will be hanging here for 2 weeks, and there's an interactive kiosk that explains the history of the quilt, the history of the whole program, and gives lots of information. And you'll actually will find on the quilt some names of former Nevada Test Site workers are hanging up here today at the Pahrump Senior Center.
And so the Nevada Test Site, of course, qualifies for the Cold War Patriots, all the benefits that they get, all the workers there. Some of these workers have passed away. How do they get on the quilt?
This honors both current and former workers, so there are some folks that are still alive today that are represented on the quilts, as well as some of those that have passed and gave the ultimate sacrifice for our national defense.
Is there more than one quilt?
There actually is a couple of quilts that travel across the country, and so yeah, we have a couple traveling exhibitions because it was such a success the first time that we saw the need to create an additional quilt with even more names on it. And we looked to the future to add even more of these types of commemorative tributes.
So how can test site workers or other workers who, of course, work in that industry find out more about the Cold War Patriots?
Well, we would encourage people to go to the website, to go to the coldwarpatriots.com, or they can come here to the Pahrump Senior Center. There'll be information here available as well. For more information, you can go to the coldwarpatriots.org website, or you can call this toll-free number, 888-903-8989.